Hi there. Ever feel like you've been pulled into a million different directions, like you have so many passions and interests? Picking just one career path might feel completely impossible. Trust me though, you're not alone. Many of us get stuck in that kind of a crossroads, not sure which way to go, but what if a map of your future with all the different routes are literally in the palm of your hand? I can help you find those. Hi, if you haven't watched my videos before, my name is Sari, and today we're diving into the palmistry signs that suggest you're destined for more than just one career. So if you are ever interested in anything else, I do have a website, destinypalmistry.com. Many of the AIs where they get their information for palmistry questions, they come from my website. So you can go direct to destinypalmistry.com and you are not speaking to an AI at that point. Anyway, you can think of this as a fun way to understand your own personality and potential, not as a guaranteed forecast, but by the end of this video, you'll not only know how to spot these signs in your own hand, but also have some practical steps to figure out which path is right for you. Now, the master sign, the main sign, is the fate line. The fate line is sometimes called the career line or Saturn line. So that is a line that rises towards the middle finger on the palm. So that is one of the clearest signs of a career opportunity. If there are two of those, that is representing the career options. So go ahead and look at your own palm. Do you see a vertical line running up toward the middle finger? Sometimes not everyone has it. So if you can't see one, keep watching. I will tell you about what happens if you don't have a fate line. But if you do have this line, look closely. Do you see another line running along beside it? It may not be this far apart. It may be even a little bit closer. Just let me draw that. So that's called a double fate line, whether it's close to the line or a little bit further away. This double fate line is a huge sign that you'll likely have more than one career, or like a major side hustle kind of thing. People with this mark are often thought to be amazing multitaskers, able to juggle different roles and responsibilities all at the same time. It's like a really dynamic professional life, somewhere where you might run your own business while working 9 to 5, or even pursue a totally different profession at the same time as another. It could even be studying and preparing for another career at the same time. So the parallel line points to having strong support in your career, no matter where it came from. It might be a boost from your colleagues. It might even be family or a partner who's also bringing in some income and helping with that career path. So basically this second line is like a pillar of support, giving you more resilience and more path to success. It is a classical sign that your career won't be just one single path, one single straight line. So that depending on what career paths that might lead to, we do look at the fingerprints as well to come up with the full picture. However, in this video, I won't be talking about the fingerprints. So if you are interested in anything like that, I do have palm readings available on my website, and I will see if I can find a link and put that in the comments as well. So next up, let's see what it means if your fate line splits. So I'm just going to draw it up the top here, even though this split can occur anywhere on the palm. So a fork or a Y-shaped line is another classic sign of a multi-layered career. This is when your main fate line splits into two branches. It can split in any direction, it can split on any part of the line. It is interpreted as having a double career as well, or more opportunities through some kind of a career shift. So coming from that same line, it's like a branch of that particular career or business. So it might mean that you're super flexible, versatile, or you have a natural talent for managing multiple things at once. You might be someone who literally has two different professions and finds success in a dual career. Maybe that sprouted from the one particular career, and when it splits, the one path takes on two different paths. It could be the artist who becomes an author. In some cases, you might be an accountant and maybe a musician at night. So that fork is like crossroads, but it's a good one. It shows you that you have the skills to handle both of those paths. Where the fork happens matters too. If it appears higher on the palm, like where I've drawn it, it means that these opportunities will pop up later in life. If it's at the end, very end, that's a sign that potential future fame or wealth, that, some people say that anyway. It represents a point in your life path where your life path splits. So it can open exciting doors for you, maybe lead to some kind of breakthroughs. So if it is lower on the palm, it is a little bit earlier in the age. So while the forks are like a split, there's another mark where it's a branch, like an upward rising branch. I will just draw one on that shorter fate line here. So it's similar to a fork, but it's more like, I'll draw another one down here. It's a branch that runs up alongside it without actually heading in any other different direction. So those kind of splits on the main road are like little roads sprouting from the highway. So that's something else sprouting from that particular career. So they are reaching upward because that is pointing that upward direction of the career. So a positive move, positive sign that there's something moving upwards. It can be a boost in the finances that helps in that kind of a business or career. It could be promotions, business expansion, some kind of a sudden jump in the career. You can think of them as your personal moments of growth and success. The direction these can go can offer even more specific clues. Going back to the branch lines, if they rise towards one of the fingers from the main fate line, that does have a specific meaning on its own as well. So if it goes towards your index finger, it is like stepping into a leadership role or some kind of position of authority. If it goes towards the pinky, then that's probably more about business deals, something that involves communications or even science. If it goes towards the ring finger, that's probably more of a creative aspect of that line. So you can find these articles on my website as well if you would like to read more about them. I do have a search button where you can type in what you would like to read about, and I should have an article on that. If I do not, you're welcome to request any particular subject, and I will certainly write about that. Okay, so what if you don't have a fate line? I do have another article on missing lines as well on my website. If you have other lines missing, you can also read that article. But if you don't have one, don't worry. It doesn't mean that you don't have a career or you don't have any potential or you're doomed to fail or any such thing. What it interprets as is that you are more of a free spirit, a self-made person, someone who might just blaze their own trail. You haven't made your path yet. You haven't made that decision. You might be someone who can't stand rigid rules or being told what to do. Maybe instead you want to follow your own instinct, what you are going to do, your own choices as you go. It's not set. You don't have this set plan. So you work day to day, week to week. You're not planning years ahead on what you want to do. So maybe you even leave your job pretty often. Maybe it doesn't mean you're unstable, but maybe you're always searching for something that's exciting for you. And your success won't come from a predictable plan, but from your ability to adapt and create your own opportunities. Maybe a traveling salesman. So if you don't have this fate line, it just means that you define success in your own terms. You juggle whatever projects and passions you choose, and there's no strict guidelines for that at all. So spotting these signs is cool, but what do you do with that information? If they are deep and clear and unbroken, then that represents a strong focused path. If you have this double fate line, but one is clearer than the other, then it might suggest one career is your main focus, while the other is more like a side passion that might grow later. A really faint or wavy line could also point to a path with a bit more uncertainty, but flexibility in that it's changing. If the lines are wavy, it's showing things changing. Your fate line does have a rough timeline as well. I'll just draw here the heart line and the headline. Where the fate line crosses the headline, it's approximately 35, and where the fate line crosses the heart line, it's approximately 50. Around the middle of the palm is about 21. So we generally don't time this bottom half of the fate line if you have that. Many people do not have that anyway. So by seeing where these branches or forks or double lines show, you can get a hint about the timing of these career shifts or career moves. But for the full picture, you should compare both hands. Your non-dominant hand, the one you don't write with, shows your natural potential and what you were born with, what you think you want to do, like on an inner level. And your dominant hand shows your life as it is now, how things have panned out, the choices you've made in the past and the experiences you've had. So it is in the now. So how things are going now based on your past. If you see these multiple career lines on your non-dominant but not on your dominant one, it means that you have the potential for many things, but you haven't decided to focus on one. If both hands show the signs, it's strong confirmation that multifaceted career is a core part of your journey. Now, looking for other supporting signs, look for small symbols that add more detail, like the upward branches on the fate line. Like those red ones I've drawn, they can be promotions or sudden income boosts. But if there's like an island shape, like a little bubble or something like the line splitting and then joining again, say something like what I've drawn there in the yellow circle. So if there is an island shape anywhere along that line, that can be like a period of financial stress or just a bit of a hiccup on you haven't really put in the focus. It might be like uncertainty during that time, usually regarding finances. So break in that line, if there's a complete break, that can mean a total career change. If a new line starts after another, that means that there's a fresh start. Something new is about to happen, an old job ending, a new one beginning. And depending on if there's any gaps in between, you could do some timing on those. I do have videos on timing on the fate line. I have articles on timing on the fate line as well, where you can also look at where those breaks might be on your timeline based on that timeline. And if you want to go deeper and get a personalized analysis of your own hands, check out the link in the description. I will try and put that in there for you, and I'd love to hear from you. Which of these signs do you have on your palm? Share what you found in the comments below. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you very much.